Good evening, everybody. Welcome to RSF1 Season 11, Season 12, Round 11 at Sunvolt for the Division 2s. It's close for the Championship. Currently, P1 is Cornish with 152, Aaron Scott on 151. JPP Gaming 136 and Dufflands on 89, and we have cars already going up on the track. Let's see what these drivers can do tonight. We have two cars already out on track of Slicks and LH4 Stills. This is going to get confusing with his name. I apologise in advance if I get your name wrong. But from the Championship, so far it's going to be close for the title. So Cornish needs to have a good one this time round. On board with the person that's up first, like it is Slicks. So we will go on board with Slicks. Just coming round the last corner now to start his first flying lap round Sunvolt. Let's see, he hasn't got a lot of DRS. Obviously, or ERS turned it on a little bit too early, but you've got plenty of track to gain some up. Let's see what his first sector time is. His first sector time is 24.5. Going past the slow cars, coming round the nice easy right-hander onto the left-hander into the ERS. Coming up to the second sector time. This next bit's a bit tricky, got to get it right. Gets it nicely. Not too much curb on the outside because it will spin you into the wall. Coming up the final two fast right-handers up the bank with not a lot of battery left. And with that, she's done a 109.885. Next one coming across the line is the Haas driver of LH44, P2 with a 111.6. Followed by Championship leader of Cornish coming up to the line, P2 with a 110.0. Followed by TTR Rickster, who is coming up from Division 3 to race tonight, as it was going to be a really short qualifying. JGP Gaming goes up to P2 with a 109. Sutton Kepper up to 4th. Fiery of Willie Bumper 7, who is also a Division 3 driver, who is coming around the last corner now. ERS wide open, DRS wide open, goes 5th with 110.5. Next one to come across the line is Aaron Scott, sets the fastest lap. Next one, I believe, is Mr. Adam Moore, who's also P7. Next one is, I believe, a newbie of Ryan Sells. He is one of our new drivers for Division 2. So everyone starting to come into pits, apart from a few people. We have another Division 3 racing tonight of Richie. He's back for another session round Sunvolt with the Division 2s. He was there last week at Interlagos. So we'll soon find out what his lap times compared to Division 2 around here. Willie Bum coming into the pits, so we'll ride on board with Richie as he comes up to the final sector now. Ride on board with him now, let's see what he can do. Turned his DRS on quite quickly before just before the corner, so let's ride on board with him and see what his pace is like. Van Zandvoort gets that first corner nicely. You've got to get this next part of the track nicely, otherwise you're in the barriers. Up the curve, he gets it nicely, doesn't go anywhere near the curbs because the curb will spit him out. Coming up to the first sector mark, he does a 24.9, sorry, my bad. Let's go up to into sector 2. Plenty of battery left, ready for the DRS in sector 2. Doesn't activate overtake until he hits the marker. There's a 49.1. Coming up to the final sector. Let's see what he can do. Got a bit more battery than other cars have. Takes the shortest line, goes up to P9. We have Jeddah Gamer out on a lap. Let's go ride on board with him. Coming up to the first sector time. He done up 24.8 on his first lap. Coming up with a nice right hander out of. Coming up to the first DRS activation. Let's see what battery he has left coming up to it. .494. A little bit of battery left for the last little bit. Should have enough to last him for the last couple of corners. Run a nice sweeping right hander onto the pit straight, and his time is a 1:11.3. And the next one can ride on board with Harsh in the Williams, going on for his first lap time. Let's see what he can do out of the first into the second sector. He's got, well no, he's decided to back off, so he's going for another run. So let's ride on board with Trickster's just starting another lap. Just starting another lap. Jeddah Gamer's backed off. Evan Scott is on a flying lap. He's currently up on his first sector time. Coming up to the sector 2 time. He's lost time due to slower cars in front, so he's got a bit of work to do now. Tries to gain that extra time in the last sector, and he's coming up to the line now. Doesn't quite go faster than his first lap. Right, reversing my lap. TTL Rickster, he's just going to start. Is he going to start a lap? No, he's boxing. He's got enough fuel. Mr. Adam Moore also coming into the pits. The Haas of LH44 is currently up in sector 1, so he's looking like he's gonna jump a few cars. Let's see what he can do into sector 2. He's got a few cars in front of him, but I'll hopefully move out of the way. Coming up to second sector mark now. He's 100th of a second up on his lap, so it could be he's pushing it, so he's saving most of his battery up for this last little bit, which fair play to him is the better thing to do. You've got plenty of battery then to take you up to the line, and he comes across the line with a 1:10.9 on mediums, so he's looking like he's gonna do well on softs. Right, the next one that's going to be on the lap is Harsh. Let's see what his sector time is. He's 3 seconds up on his lap time, so that's going to put him up a few up a place. It might put him up 2 places yet, depending on how quickly he can get round this last sector. He's got plenty of battery left. Let's see what this Williams can pull out the bag this lap time. Goes up to P7 with a 1:10.225. Brilliant job. Right, let's ride on. Who else is on the lap? Cornish is backed off his lap. Salt Kepper is just on another lap. Let's ride on board with him. He's choosing to go on medium BRS, which very cautious. Is it going to affect him on his lap time? Don't know. Let's find out what he does in sector 2. Hopefully this car in front will get away nicely. Anyone got any updates on the weather who is watching the stream? Please let me know. He's only just up on his second sector, but this car in front is hampering his chances. That Williams needs to move out of the way, unless he's on the lap, which he wasn't. Sultan Kepper stays P9. Didn't want that from the car in front who just pitted, which was the Williams of Harsh. Everybody's on the lap. Mr. Adam Moore is on a lap. Let's ride on board with him. What's his sector time on sector 2? With just over 5 minutes left of the session. He's up 100th second on his lap time. Cars probably start coming out. 2 minutes left. To get 1 lap, maybe 2 laps in. And Mr. Adamore, come on the last corner now. Is he going to improve his lap time? No, he's not. He is, but he still stays P10. So we have Brian Sells, who's in the Red Bull, going for another run. Let's ride on board with him and see what his sector time is in sector 2. Is he up? Let me find out. He's 110th up on his lap time, so that will put him P4, possibly P5, P3, depends on how much he can get off his last couple of corners. Round the banking on the last corner, gets that exit nicely, runs to the line, goes fastest with a 109.649. Well, well, well. I did not expect that. We've got the Haas of LH44 still. He's decided to go onto the softs. Let's see what his lap times compared to his medium. Let's see what his first sector time is with the softs. He's not that much up on his lap time, but we'll soon find out. Sector 2 and Sector 3 are the crucial ones. Sector 2 is more the turns. Sector 3 is more about how much speed you can take going into the last few corners. As he made up time, he's 300, he's on purple in the second sector, which is very interesting. He's got plenty of battery left for the last corner. Overtake button active way before the line. Let's see what his lap time is. Goes 11 with a 1:10.4, just over 2.5 minutes left. Cornish come to the line. He's still P3, but he can get another lap in. JPP Gaming is 200 up on his time. Let's see what he can do. He has boxed. Right, who else is on a lap? TTR Rickster is on a lap. He's just coming to the end of it now. He might have another chance to do another lap. He gets in, sweeping for the camera. Who else is on a lap? We've got Fari on an out lap. Jedi Gamer is who else is on a lap? He's going for one more run. Good on him. Willy Bum's gone for another lap. Just over 1 minute left. Cornish is going for another lap. Aaron Scott is just up on his sector 2 time. Let's see what he can pull out. Pete gone quicker on his lap, but still P2. Slick, here comes Slicks. Coming up to the line. Oh, he's going again. He's well off. Rickster's coming up to the line now. Has he got enough in him, or is he going to box it? No, he's going to box it. He's had enough. Sultan Kepa, let's have a look at him. Goes P2 with a 1096. 686. Willy Bum has invalidated, so he's got to go again. He's not going to make it. Mr. Adam Moore coming up to the final corner now. Let's see what he can do. Is he going to go? He's went up to P8. Who else is on the lap? Slicks is done. Aaron Scott is right on board with him. He's not going to improve. Hosh in the Williams. He's not going to improve. It's just now on. No, I don't think the House of H44 is going to improve. He is down on his sector time. And I believe, yep, I believe this is, oh, didn't see him. Ryan Searle has gone even faster. So, this is our grid for Stamford for the Division 2. So we've got Ryan Searle P1, followed by Sultan Kepa in P2. Aaron Scott, who managed to get in front of his championship leader of Cornish in P4, Slicks in P5, JPP Gaming in P6, Hush in P7, Mr. Adam Moore in P8, Willy Bum P9, Rickster in P10, LH44 Steel in P11, Richie in P12, and Jedi Gamer in P13. The race is going to be very interesting. There we go. There is the gap between P1 and P2. P2 and P3 are quite close together, but then the gap opens up with everyone else. We'll soon find out what the race will bring. What is your main account, by the way? I must admit, I did not expect that from a debut to Division 2. So, well done on that. Showed everyone what pace you have got for the division. So, we have got a little 5-minute break. So, the stream will go quiet for about a couple of minutes while I quickly nip to the loo, as I'm the only one on comms tonight. So, just bear with me, guys, and I'll be back. Right, and that's me getting comfy now for the rest of the race. Most people deciding it's going to be a split strategy. You got mostly half the track, half the field's going on mediums, half going on softs. Wouldn't like to call the softs. Well, we'll soon find out. And I can see a very familiar face in the chat of Diggers. And how is Diggers tonight? Has anyone got any update on the weather? If it's going to be raining or dry? We'll soon find out. I don't know. All dry. Cheers, mate. So we've got a nice dry race round Zandvoort. It's going to be very interesting. Just waiting on the get-go. But at the moment, it seems like most of them are going on mediums. We've got 3 drivers looking like they want to go on softs of Slicks, Hush, and LH44 still. No, so like they've changed to medium. So we've only got one now on softs of Mr. Slicks himself. Just waiting on the get-go. I will go back now to waiting for the formation lap. will Cornish extend his championship and leave it to the last race, or will Aaron Scott put pressure on him and get more points than him? It's going to be a nice tight fight for the championship on the last race, and the last race is going to be at Bahrain, and it's 100% feature, so it's going to be a strategy call on how they can do tonight and see who can get the most points for the drivers, Cornish, Aaron or JPP Gaming. We'll soon find out in, I don't know how many laps it is. I can look. Try schedule. We have 36 laps round Zandvoort, which is going to be nice and interesting. Just waiting for, and here we go with the formation lap. They're all getting away nicely. Let's sort my stuff out. Everyone deciding to go on the mediums. So, like I said in qualifying, Aaron managed to start in front of his championship rival of Cornish, who's in P4 just behind him. So, our two teams of Aston Martin and Haas are going to do tactics on whether which driver comes in first for possibly the hards, I would say. But we will soon find out in after this formation lap. My waiting for drivers now to come round. Right, let's see if everyone can have a good start to the race, get away nice and cleanly. Anyone gonna park silly on the track? We have got one car parking silly up the track, and I believe that is Slicks. Right, all right on board with the championship leader. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go at Zandvoort for 36 laps. Let's ride on board with him just so I can get, there we go, better angle. Sultan Kepper's made a nice move on Ronso, who's now down into P4. He's had a bad start, he's gone wide. Do not rejoin. He's just put Slicks up. Shadow Gamer and Ryan Soul are having a fight now for P5, P6. They're all starting to spread out now. Quite a few of them have used slightly bit battery. Slicks hasn't, he's still got most of his left. Everyone behind is starting to form a nice little train. Hopefully we'll see some gaps opening up in the next few laps. But in the meantime, Sultan Kepper has managed to get past so, and he's trying to gain gap on the championship with Cornish, who has in fact got past Aaron Scott, which was done on the first lap. So DRS is now enabled, so this is where we can get interesting with the two DRSs, one coming into sector 2 and one on the sharp right-hander into the final corner, into the straight. They're all starting to spread out a bit. There's no overtakes yet. No one's looking to go for a move, but we'll go back up to the top 5. They're all starting to spread their legs now. Top 4 are starting to try and get away from everyone so that it stops the DRS train. Let's see what's going to happen. There's a gap now between Mr. Adam Moore and Hush in the Williams. So he's managed to pick up some gap between there now. Is anyone going to go for a move down into turn 1? Right on board with Cornish. Let's see if he can go for a move. No, he has backed out. He obviously wants to keep it going and not bin it and ruin his chances. Swap at the back. Rickster has overtaken Hush and Williams. All starting to spread out now. Not much actually going on at the moment. There's a nice now gap between 9 and 10 of Mr. Adam Moore and LH44 Steel. So there's another gap also between LH, and we've got two Williams at the back. Hush has had a bit of an incident, so he's come off. Let's ride on board with top 4. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if they can do a strategy call for both Aston Martins in 3 and 4 of Aaron Scott and Slicks. Cornish is going to go for a move on Sultan Keppel, which he does. Can he make it stick? He can. Way before turn 1. But he's now under pressure from Aaron Scott, who's now right up there. And Sultan Keppel's made a bit of a mistake. Aaron Scott is going to go for it. He's made a move down. So he's got in front of Sultan Keppel. Now he's hunting down Cornish in Haas. They're all starting. There's a nice gap now between Willy Bum and Mr. Adam Moore. Mr. Adam Moore dropping back to Rickster. But let's see if any of these 5 drivers can get past anyone. Into left to right to left. But if all these drivers are going to have DRS apart from Cornish. Nice to see you in the chat button. Yes, Willy Bum's trying to keep on the back of our newcomer of Ryan Sow. He's in P6 in the Red Bull, who got pole at Zandvoort, and Slicks has gone into the back of Sultan Keppel. Has he got any wing damage? I don't think he has. But we'll keep an eye on Slicks because he is fighting that Mercedes. Willy Bum is catching up on Ryan. Everyone else is having a nice clean race behind, but there's a nice big gap now between 7th and 8th. So far so good. They're all having a clean race. No one's made any heavy contact and got damage. They're all trying to stay nicely. We have 4 drivers from Division 3 racing tonight, so everyone in Division 2 are guaranteed points. But going on board with the leaders, Aaron Scott has got past Cornish into turn 1, and he's made it stick, which has brought Salt Kappa into play. We've just got to move from LH44 on Jeddah Game into P9. Is Cornish going to go for a move on Aaron Scott into the second sector, into the DRS? Let's find out. They're starting to, the top two are starting to make a gap now between Cornish is now making a nice gap on Sultan Kepa, so he's falling back slightly. Let's see what Cornish can do on this DRS. Let's have a look. Golden board of him. JPP Gaming has overtaken Flicks, so has Ryan Searle. He's back up to P5. He's obviously going to leave his DRS. Aaron Scott has got 86 and Slicks has got 87, so this is going to be tight for the two front runners, but Cornish has made the move stick cleanly. Sultan Kepa is staying on the back of these two because they are fighting, so it brings him up, which also brings up JPP Gaming and Ryan Searle, and of course Slicks, who's right behind, and so is Willy Bum. They're all fighting. Harsh has come into the pits. I have no idea. He always got damage. He had front wing damage, unfortunately, which is not what you want to see. But he has gone on a fresh. He's gone on a fresh set of mediums. So obviously he wants to try another set of mediums. Will Aaron Scott go for a move into turn 1? He's got 86 and Slicks has got 89, so it's going to be tight. Will Sultan Kepa catch up and cause an upset? No, Cornish has decided to open his ERS. Aaron Scott backs off because he knows he ain't going to do it. There's a nice gap now between Willy Bum and Mr. Adam Moore. Rickster has now overtaken Richie, and Jeddah Gamer's falling back, right back on board with the leaders. Aaron Scott is still fighting for P1 to get in front of Cornish, but like I said, it's bringing up these people likes of Slicks, Willy Bum, Ryan Searle, and we have a car round. We have Slicks has gone round. Where has he binned it? He's binned it. Oh dear, Slicks. He was doing so well. Is Aaron Scott going to go for the move on Cornish? Cornish ain't got a lot of battery, but Aaron Scott has. Is he going to go for a move into turn 1? Oh, it's going to be tight. Oh, it's going side by side. Makes it stick. These two are really fighting. 1 point separates the top two. Aaron Scott wants to get some points up, so it goes down to the deciding race at Bahrain. Sultan Kepa's still keeping within DRS of them, so JPP came in starting to gain as well, and so is our newcomer of Ryan. And Cornish had made a boo-boo, so he's now down to P5, so that gives Aaron Scott a chance to redeem getting in front. So now he's just got to fight off the Mercedes of Sultan Kepa. Yeah, it is, what a shock, yeah. He was up there fighting with Aaron Scott, championship rival, and he bottled it. Has he got damage? No, he hasn't, but he's dropping back now. I believe LH44 still is also a newcomer to Division 4. Division 2 even, not Division 4. I don't know why I said Division 4, because I'm racing it, that's why. Sultan Kepper is still keeping up with Aaron Scott in P1, which has also brought JPP Gaming in. Ryan Searle, Cornish has got to pick up some track positions to try and keep the championship alive in the last race. Anyone can go for a move down into the DRS? No, they're not. They're going to stay behind each other. But there's a nice gap now between Willy Bum and between Cornish and Willy Bum. Willy Bum and LH44 still. He's nearly 8.5 seconds down. But Sultan Kepper's going for a move on Aaron Scott, which he has got it done. Which has now brought JPP Gaming into the frame. They're all starting to fight now. Mr. Adam Moore now on to P7. All fighting behind. But I am going to ride on board with the top 5 now, because this is where all the battles seem to be happening. Cornish has got a move done on line. He went a bit wide. So he's now back up to P4, reducing the gap now on points, but it won't be long until these medium runners start to come in. We've done 10 laps on them, will be 11 laps after this one. So it's going to be very interesting on call when they come into pit. Anyone in chat want to figure out when they will pit for these fresh set of hards to last them the race? But JPP Gaming's been tagged round by Cornish, who's now caught JPP Gaming. Has he got damage? Let's see if Cornish got any damage. He hasn't got any damage, what I can see. You reckon, Salty? You reckon Aaron's going to box this lap? And we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Is that... don't know who that is. I believe... it's JPP Gaming. But that was a bit of a tuck from... that was a bit of a naughty move from Cornish. Caught that on string as well. Is Aaron going to box? No, he stays out. But in the meantime, Sultan Kepper's coming down the inside of Aaron. Oh, bit of contact there from Aaron on the back. Has Aaron got any damage? Mr. Adam Moore has pitted. He decided to pit on 12 lap tyres. Aaron hasn't got any damage. There's nothing JPP Game can do about that, Salty. It was Cornish's tap that did it. Blame the harsh driver. Willy Bum has dropped off now from Cornish. So Cornish just dropped back from P3, so he's second half behind. All these front runners decide to box for fresh hards for 23 laps. Let's find out. Sultan Kepper has pitted. Aaron stayed out. Ryan Searle stayed out. Cornish has stayed out. So Sultan Kepper's obviously thought these wouldn't last. Willy Bum's pitted. JPP Gaming has stayed out. Was that the wrong call to do or not? Oh, and Willie Bums decided to call it. He's obviously had enough. Which brings our first DNF to the race. Unfortunately, he obviously didn't want to do any more. Harsh with 7 lap. Oh, mediums have set the fastest lap, but Mr. Adam Moore has decided to go on the softs. Ooh, that is probably a bad call from him. But I reckon these top 3, 4, 5 drivers will probably pit for new hards. Let's find out. Nope, top 2 are staying out. Top 3 are staying out, which is Cornish now up to P3 after pits. This JPP Gaming can come in. No, he's staying out. So, top 4 have decided to stay out on 14 lap old mediums. Richie Chappell has got past. And we have a safety car. And I believe it's of the Haas driver who has lost his front wing. Let's find out. It was on the entrance to pit. He has, yes. So, gives the front 4, top 6 a nice safety car pit. So they can pit for fresh rubber. I think the Haas driver of LH44 hit the barrier on entry to the pit lane, but it gives these top 6 drivers a chance to come in for fresh rubber. Richter has gone on the softs. Interesting. 1, 2, 3 have pitted. Is 4 gonna pit? Can Aaron Scott get out in front of Cornish? He can also get in front of Ryan Searles. Oh. But Aaron Scott, I believe, is going to take. He's going to take P1 back with Ryan in P2. Sutton Capet in P4 with Cornish in P4. JPP Gaming in P5. Jeddah Gamer in P6. Richie in P7. The Haas of LH44 in P8. Slicks in P9. Mr. Adam Moore in P10. Hush has come out on the hards, while TTR Richter has gone on the mediums so well. It's gonna... I don't know who caused that safety car. I didn't quite catch it. But while we're under safety car, I am going to check any incidents. It's been a pretty clear track 3 warning limits, but the only I did think it was going to be a warning for Cornish. He did have contact with JPP Gaming, so the top 6, I believe. Yeah, the top 6 have got no corner cutting warnings. So, what is everyone's got 19 laps left at Stanford for the Division 2. Anyone got an idea on who you reckon will be top 3? Wonder what the strategy is now for everyone else while we wait for the safety car to come in. Everyone has now. Cornish has made a mistake. How's Cornish made a mistake? He's bottled it again. And safety car is in this lap. That was called very early. Very early. So gives chance for everyone to try not to make any silly moves. Oh, Han Hirsch has just got a 10-second penalty for colliding with slicks. They obviously bunched up a bit too much, so obviously there's going to be a clip in with this is going to be very interesting now. When is Aaron Scott going to go? He has gone. Zalton Kepper's looking for a move on Ryan. Down into turn 1. But Ryan has made the move stick. Cornish, on the other hand, JP and Cornish are fighting P4. Let's see what these lot can do. Let's see what these top lot can do, because Cornish is now behind his championship rival of Aaron Scott, who's out in front in P1, Cornish is in P5, so he can drop a few points here. Let's see who's got the fastest lap. Fastest lap is Hush in the Williams. So it's all looking very interesting at the moment. We've got no DRS as of yet. It'll be active end of this lap. And there we go, DRS is now enabled. So into the first corner, no one decides to make a move. Cornish is trying to get back in front of JPP Gaming after that earlier collision and this nice left-hander bank. But Aaron Scott is moving fast, trying to get as much time between his rival of Cornish, who is currently leading by 1 point. These drivers behind are going to make it very interesting for Cornish to get through. But one that's going to be interesting is Zalton Kepper. He's on 5 lap old hards. Going to make it very interesting for everyone. But our new driver of Ryan is still fighting with Zalton Kepper. He's dropped back off Aaron now, but he's still in DRS of him. Is he going to try and go for a move for the lead into turn 1? Side by side into turn 1. Round the first corner. Still side by side. And he just made that move done, so he's now back into where he started. But he went wide, which has given Aaron Scott a chance to come back, which has now brought Zalton Kepper into play. These top 5 are fighting like hell. Let's see what these lot can do in the final 16 laps at Zandvoort. Is anyone going to go for a move into the start of the third sector? No. Oh, Cornish! Cornish, Cornish, Cornish! That was definitely a warning. Cut the corner completely. Almost made contact with JPP Gaming. But Aaron Scott, looking for moving Ryan, has made it stick. Richie with the fastest lap. There's not much else happening at the back, but the main fight is with the top 5. Cornish, JPP Gaming, Sultan Keppard, Ryan and Aaron Scott. This is going to be a very interesting final 15 laps. Let's see what these drivers can make up. Ryan Searle has made a mistake which has let Sultan Keppard through, and he looks like it's going to bring JPP Gaming in and possibly Cornish. Oh dear, Cornish, that's a big mistake. Cutting too many corners there, Cornish. A few more like that, you'll be getting a 3 seconds, which will really impact you at this stage. Sultan Keppard now into the lead. Slicks is now up to P6 in front of Jeddah Gamer 46. But what a drive from the Mercedes. But Cornish has got to be careful. I want to check the race directory, but not with the amount of fights going on at the moment. I want to see if anyone has got any more penalties. If Willy Bum is still in party in the game, can you let me know if you can see any people with two warnings? Let me know. I really want to know. I don't want to take my eyes off top 5. Slickster is passed Jeddah Gamer and Slicks. Cornish is right on the back of JPP Gaming. He can go for a move, but Aaron Scott is now back up to P1. Cornish is backed off. Slicks is up P6. Jeddah Gamer and Tito Rickster are having a fight for P7 and P8. Oh. The late safety car now would be a pain in the bum. But Sultan Keppard needs to keep making sure these tyres do not overheat. He is on 9 lap old hards, while everyone else apart from Aaron Scott, GP Gamer, Cornish, Ryan are on 7 lap. We have a yellow flag in sector 2, which is the Haas and the Haas of LH44 and Jeddah Gamer. So they've obviously had a bit of a running together. So top 5 are looking to go for a move on each other. Let's see who has. Sultan Keppard can go for a move on Aaron. He is, which also brings JPP Gaming into effect, which puts Aaron Scott has made a move back on JPP Gaming into turns 3. Cornish goes a little bit wide in the exit. He's got to be very careful now. I think he's had 2 warnings, so he's got to be very careful in his next couple of corners, because I've seen him go across the same part of the track twice and missed his braking point. But it's Aaron Scott. He's going to save it until the long straight to go overtake Let's ride on board with Cornish. Let's see if we make the same mistake twice. Third time. Nope, we don't. Oh, this is a good fight. Diggers. Who do you think is going to be in the top 3 at this stage? If everyone keeps fighting. It's going to be fair to tie. I don't want to call it due to the fact that I don't want to be biased. But Aaron Scott has taken the lead back of Sultan Kepper, who I believe his tyres are starting to go because he's on 11 lap old and Aaron's on 9. JPP Gaming is catching up on Sultan Kepper. Cornish is also catching as well, which has now put a gap now between Ryan in the Red Bull. I don't know about that because Cornish, I believe, has got 2 warnings. A corner cutting, so he's got to be very careful. I will have a look quickly, just out of curiosity. Yes, he has. He's got to be careful. He's had 2 corner cuttings, so he's got to be very careful. Any issue he has now, corner cutting, he's getting 3 seconds, which will really ruin his chances of the top 3. Is he going to go for a move on JPP Gaming? He's got the DRS on him. Is he going to go for moving to turn 1? These 2 have had collidings already. Going side by side. Still side by side. But JPP Gaming has still managed to come in front. Slicks has pitted. He's obviously got some damage, which won't do the... I reckon it will be that one, Penrose. I reckon it will be Aaron, Salt and JP. But considering Salt's got 12 lap tyres and Aaron and JP have got 10 laps, it's going to be... We've got 10 laps more, so he's going to do 22 laps on hards. I reckon out of the top 4, top 5, second to 5th have got the best tyres, because there are 2 laps, or 3 laps less, 2 laps less than Sultan Kepper, who's in P1. Is Aaron going to go for another move into turn 1? He has made a move on Sultan Kepper, who's now back down to P2. These top 4 really want these points. At the moment, JPP Gaming will gain points on these top lot. Go back to standings. Yeah, at the moment, yeah, JPP Gaming is going to be fighting for that P1 or P2 in the championship. If Cornish gets another 3 seconds, if Cornish gets another corner cut in, he will be in trouble. But these top 5 are fighting really, really hard. Aaron's got more DRS than Sultan Kepper, but he's going to go for another move. These 2 are fighting like hell on this track, which is also bringing JPP Gaming into it, and also the championship leader of Cornish. These ones are really fighting. We've got 8 laps left round Stanford. Blitz has got the fastest lap. Knew he would, because he's on the fresh set of mediums of that earlier contact. But Cornish has done the right thing. He's got plenty of VRS. And JPP Gaming has 70%, while Cornish has got 100%, so he turned his battery off to save. He is trying to go for a move on JPP Gaming into P3. Let's ride on board with Championship leader Cornish. See, can he make a move stick? Nope, he is nowhere near. Oh. I'll tell you what, it has been a pleasure doing comms for the Division 2 as my first season doing comms for RSF1. Watching all the battles, all the fights, it's been a pleasure with every single one. But Cornish and Ryan are having a battle now for P4 and P5. So he's dropping back now because he's having battles with Ryan in the Red Bull. He's got front wing damage in the Red Bull of Ryan. He's got front right end plate missing. Ooh, almost contact there for Cornish on the back of JP. I reckon Cornish will spin out. Ah! You do not want that. I did warn. Cornish has got a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. That has ruined his chances of keeping P1 in the championship. Cornish not spin out, Cornish 3 seconds and ruined it. So Cornish now has got to do some work now. He has got to get past of JPP Gaming. And I know, that's what I thought. Yeah, this is going to be really tight. It's going to be down to the last race. That is going to be a blinder, which I might have to ask someone from the comms, someone else from the comms team if they want to do co-cons with me on that race, because it's going to be a belter. 100% at Bahrain. Is Cornish going to go for a move on JPP Gaming? No, he's too far back. At this stage, Cornish will lose the championship. He will be P2 in the championship, because he will go down to 3 seconds. He will go down to P5. So, if I'm correct in saying, let's go to race director, race results, let's have a look. 25. If he will go down to 5th, so it's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Richie is having a good performance in P6, but he is a Div 3 driver. He is doing well. So is Rickster. He's in P7, also a Div 3 driver who is having a really good race. We have 4 laps left round Zandvoort. Let's go to the penalty situation. So we've got 4 laps left. If things stand at the moment and Cornish doesn't get past, Aaron Scott will be in the lead of the championship by 24 points, unless any reports. As it stands at the moment, it will be 24 points ahead of Cornish. It's going to be very interesting to the last race at Bahrain. 100%. Dalton Kepper can go for a move on Aaron. He has. That's the. He's making these. Oh! No! Aaron has been binned by Dalton Kepper. So no, at the moment, looks like Aaron's going to have, as he got wing damage. He's got hardly any wings, so that is his race ruined by Dalton Kepper, who has also got front right end plate missing. So at this stage at the moment, Cornish will extend his championship, and possibly things go well. It's going to be interesting because I don't think Aaron Scott will be able to catch him up. And if we take out Richter and Richie and Mr. Adam Moore, so that's he will finish P6. I totally agree with that, Easton. Yeah, Aaron did drive so well, and due to the fact of Dalton Kepper completely ruining his race, and I reckon that is the end of the championship fight for Aaron, because Cornish is now into P1, but he has got a 3-second time penalty, so he's got to get that 3-second gap now. There will be some strong words between Dalton Kepper and Aaron, I believe. Totally agree with Biscuits. He likes going for silly moves and going for terrible decisions. Not what you want. Aaron was fighting for the championship. You should have stayed away and left him to his own desire. No, it was Salt's fault. He pushed Aaron off the track. As I caught it. Aaron was on the inside and Salt just come straight across him. So it's going to be very interesting now. And Aaron is well behind. He is not going to. He's going to be so peed off. We've got caution substitute of slicks, but Cornish, I don't know how he's done this, but it's someone's silly mistake of punting him. But JPP Gaming has decided that's enough. Cornish ain't going P1, I'm going P1. Cornish is now down to P3. What will Ryan do? Ryan's coming up on the outside of Cornish. They touch, and Ryan has now made his way through past Cornish. And coming up to the checkered flag of, I believe it's going to be JPP Gaming. It is. Followed by Starton Kepper, Ryan, Cornish. Then, well done from the Division 3 of TTR Rickster and Richie Chappell. Mr. Adam Moore was also Div 3, comes back in P7. Hush in P8. No, P9. Should have game it in P8. But that move has ruined Aaron Scott's chance of fighting for the championship. I bet he is fuming. Coming across the line, we got one of the newcomers off. Is he going to do it? Did he pip? He did pip Slicks to the 11th. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And there we go. There is the ovals of that race. JPP Gaming, Sutton Kepper, Ryan, Cornish, Rickster, Richie, Mr. Adam Moore, Jello Gamer, Harsh, Aaron, LH44, and Slicks and Willy Bump unfortunately retired. Yeah, I say poor Aaron, yes. Sutton Kepper needs to learn how to draw. I can't say that, but it's all. This is down to the stewards now. It's going to be interesting. So this is going to be very interesting now. But I will get a few people into party. I will get a few people into party. Just so I can get the top 3 into party. Please remember, please include your audio right into the Twitch stream so we can hear it. Oh, sorry, mate, that's my fault. There we go. It turned itself off. I don't know why.
That's okay.
Can we see if we can get get 2 other people in? There's Sutton Kepper. Please include your audio. I'm just waiting on JPP Gaming to join the party, but I'm going to go down to cars. I don't remember. I've just got to try and remember who come third. That was
Third was
Ryan. It was Ryan in his debut.
Ryan, yeah.
And I can't remember. He was in the Red Bull.
Yep.
While we're waiting
I don't think I'll stay second, you know. Fucking hell.
What's that?
I don't think I'll stay a second. No.
But we'll stay in the party because it's how it ended up finishing. Right.
Yeah,
Ryan,
that's fine.
congrats on your pole in Sandford on your qualified.
Thank you.
Newcomer to the division, which I only just found out earlier. So starting your first race in P1 and then fighting the likes of Cornish, Aaron and all the others. Just talk us through qualifying and just that race.
Yeah, Well, I came back to league racing on this game again. I've mainly been on the comm side. It's how Aaron and Slicks knew me whenever I joined, and same with Invade. So coming back, getting used to things, it was going to be a bit tough. And well, I did that in a different league, and now I've done it here. And well, my pole, I was very happy about that the first time. Second time when I improved, I was actually a bit bummed about it because um, the second and third sector was worse than the first lap. So, definitely happy to be on pole, but not happy about the second lap that I improved on. So I was a bit surprised on that. And it was my first pole in league racing in at least 2 game cycles. I want to say it was the start of 22 or end of 21, the last time I've been on pole. So it was nice to be back on the top there. And I knew whether I was starting first, last, or wherever, I knew my start was not going to be good. I've had trouble with that this game a ton. And I bogged down again, got boxed in. So it made it difficult. So I knew I had to definitely kind of play, I guess, guinea pig in the DRS train. And I did that the whole race. And yeah, the last half of it, and really the whole race, I enjoyed the battles. But the last half of it was battling a bit of damage. Because I ran in the back of Aaron. I know he was trying to help Slicks out. He was 2 seconds back, maybe get him in DRS if possible. I overheard them saying that in the party I was in with them, but I didn't realize he was going to go into none at that last right-hander of Sector 2. So I got lime green damage from it, and it was just really a battle as managing ERS and staying in the train, which somehow I did, and I knew if I did, I would have a chance, and well, here we are on debut. So yeah, no, thank you to those who got me in. And, I've watched RS1 for a while, but haven't raced. So
what are you thinking about next week's race at Bahrain, which is going to be 100%?
Yeah, it'll be a bit tougher. I'm glad I didn't make too many mistakes today, because the races I've come back on the game, and even just getting used to league racing again, I've made a lot of mistakes, and even today I made 1 or 2 that I probably shouldn't have, but I'm glad I'm limiting the damage, which is good. And hopefully 100% race, I could do a bit more practice, therefore the damage is just as limited as it was today.
57 laps from Bahrain, so that's probably going to be a 2-stop, I reckon.
Yeah, have to figure out the strategy for sure.
Yeah, you got to actually focus and try and do some multiplayer races, and try and do 100% on multiplayer, and just try and focus what setup and what strategy you can do.
We'll figure it out. I mean,
but you have got a whole week to sort that out.
Yeah, hopefully it's just as good as this week. I don't want to do any worse. It would definitely not look good on me. But no, these guys are fun to race, and I've known Aaron, I've known JP, I've known some of those guys for a little bit now, but I haven't got to race them, so it was definitely a blessing to do that and have a good race with it. I just got to figure out my starts. That'll be the big thing ahead of Bahrain. But yeah, got a nice last lap move as well. For you guys. But yeah, thank you.
That's all right. Right, Sultan Kepper, talk us through basically what I've just said, basically for your qualifying, and just throughout the race, and what happened near the end of the race, because there was a few moments where you had a few collisions. Just talk us through what happened.
Yeah, so in quali, I put on a lower downforce setup that I used before, and it got me to about 9th, I think it was. And then on my second run, I made it a bit higher, the wings, just down the straight, so I was losing quite a bit of time. And then I improved it. I think I improved a tiny bit, but I got impeded halfway through the lap by, I think it was, no, I don't know what it was. It might have been Hush or something like that, I don't know. But and then my third lap, I had a clean run. I put the wings on my normal. I got to P2 in the end. And then in the race, I had a good start. There was nothing wrong with that in my opinion, or no, in anyone's opinion. And then, I mean, the whole race was actually a good battle, to be fair. I wasn't expecting to be up there at all, because it's probably one of my worst tracks. Surprised on the consistency. I made a few mistakes which I could have maybe improved on, and maybe could have adjusted. Might have got first a bit more often. And then obviously the crash, I dived down the inside, and I don't know if it was the same on his screen, but on my screen I got tapped and I slide, and then he hit into me and I hit into him. So I don't know what is going to happen, but I take blame from that. If it actually decides on that. But yeah, not a bad race.
Are you looking forward to Bahrain next week?
Yeah, I mean, I did an open race last week and I won that, and my pace felt pretty strong. So hopefully, if I can carry that on, I'd be very happy, and hopefully I'll be alright with tyre wear this time as well.
Well, we'll soon find out next week and what happens.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting.
Or hope so anyway.
Hopefully, I'll have someone on co-coms with me to give me that bit of help.
Yeah, it'd be best.
Definitely not doing 100% on me.
Run out of breath there and then. Yeah.
Right, and now is our champion. Is our P1 in? Yes, he is. Of JPP Gaming. Congrats on the win. It was, yeah. Constantly fighting with Cornish. JP, got no audio by the way.
Hello. Is it alright?
Yeah, they could hear you now.
Oh, cool. Right. But yeah, no, I had to keep burning my ERS to stay with the top two. Ryan did well to obviously stay with the pack with his wing dams that he got earlier on in the race. But yeah, just I guess all I can say is I took advantage of a incident in front of me. That's all I can say, really. But it does put me in a good place for
Fighting.
driver championship, and it obviously does also kick Sauber in a good place in terms of constructors as well, because I think we still keep the lead of that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
let's have a look at the standings. Let's just have a nosy. Yeah,
I think,
you're still
on.
you're 225. Haas is 211. So yeah, it's all hit and miss now on if you can quite easily get. Well, you've outscored Cornish, so it's gonna put you a bit more ahead of the Haas in the way of the constructors. So
Yeah.
you're looking forward to next week at Bahrain for the 100%.
Bahrain's alright. Quite like Bahrain. So 100%. There's definitely worse tracks to have 100% on, but there's also definitely better tracks to have 100% on.
Totally true.
But Bahrain's always one of them like mid tracks, isn't it? It's alright. It's not too bad, but yeah, no, win tonight puts me in a good place and takes the pressure off a little bit for next week as well. So
yeah, which I believe
nice.
I believe will also possibly get you closer to Aaron as well, scoring the 25 points, because you're currently on 136.
Do you want me
Aaron's
to
on
tell you?
151.
So yeah.
But
so
because
I
we had
think-
4 Division 3s racing tonight, it's gonna.
Yeah, I don't know how that affects the points, but I guess we'll look at the standings when they come out. But
Yeah.
no, puts it in a good spot, and I think he still keeps it as a 3-way fight for the championship.
Especially when
so,
Cornish finished out of the top 3 with that 3 seconds of corner cutting, because he went for 2 quarter. I mean, went for 2 really silly moves, almost caught you out.
I think it was 2 dive bombs on that.
It was, yeah.
Back
He spun
straight,
him
wasn't
actually,
it?
I think. Spun you, right?
He spun me early on in the race.
He got
yeah,
he
I got a good view of that.
He got a warning for that.
I need to maybe just go have a look at it and see what it is. But yeah,
It's a
but,
good
I did call.
happy, happy with it.
Did catch it on streams.
But yeah, congrats on P2, P3, Salt and Ryan.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Congrats
Right.
on not on the win.
Cheers, mate.
All right.
Yeah, congrats, JP.
And that is it for Division 2 at Danville. Comms tonight is Major 199, and we'll speak to you all next week. Goodbye for now.